hang on a second. Let me start over. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Vampires and Vitae. A big guy with the voice is like at work or something and he left his computer on, so I just thought that I would come in here and start playing with the buttons and stuff. And then the guy, the one who says that his name is Tyler, but he looks a lot like Day, he walks in and he's like, "Are you ready to record the recap?" And I'm like, "What are you even talking about?"
Hey everybody, how's it going? So, in the last episode, we started off with Day apologizing to Danika for drugging her, which he doesn't think was that bad, but everyone else seems to disagree. After that, a werewolf named Bill came up to talk to the party and insisted that we go to their little hovel to meet a guy who would give us the next little quest for our adventure. We showed up and saw Jessica was still there. We berated her for a good minute, and then found a man named Sprocket, who was this always half werewolf, half man, mangy, kind of looks like Mole from Atlantis guy. And he immediately tried to do experiments on Day to find out what was up with him. He uses data with egg beaters and fruit by the foot. Not entirely sure how that works, but he makes it work, so whatever. He handed us some iPhones and umbrellas, called them antennas, and said we had to go to 5 different locations, set them up so we could find out where Pentax was, what was going on, and get a better view of the area. After a couple of arguments, as is the course, we decided, instead of going to the skyscraper, to go to the zoo to look at otters and bears and leather daddies. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. Welcome to... Is this still Vampire?
I'm Sarah. I'm playing Danika. She's a Toreador.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tyler. I play Day.
I'm Melinda. I play Anna.
Okay, on our way to the zoo. Here we go. Hoodly-doo.
All right. So you guys are deciding to go to the zoo, correct?
Yeah, thank you, Lawrence.
Just about 5 miles out from where you are. So it's a fairly tight-knit circle. Takes you about 30 minutes, and you get to the Zoo of London. One of the gates have fallen down. Just has the one iron swinging. Walking through, outside now being flanked by Bill to get you to the place. You guys always feel a little bit more comfortable when you're walking with the vampires, with the werewolves. You haven't really seen them do a whole lot, but just from the things that you've been told and taught in your lives, you know that werewolves are quite a strong adversary to go against, but fairly unmolested. You get up to the front of the London Zoo. One of the gates have been broken off. The other one's hanging by a single hinge, creaking in a slight wind. The normal drizzle of London that both you and Danika have come to accept drizzles on a burning city. You see in the front 2 large black vans. Both say wildlife preservation, in a very small print on the bottom, a subsidiary of Pentax. Both are empty. They looked almost armor-plated on closer inspection.
Are we going to keep a van?
Yeah, I mean, there's no drivers. I mean, you can go explore this.
You should do your machine stuff and see if there's any trackers and double up the trackers.
I mean, I can go check it out. But real quick, is London always looked like this kind of shithole vibe? Is this normal?
This is a beautiful city.
This I look around.
I mean, the architecture alone, there's people on the planet who come here just to take pictures of it.
I
Oliver
pointed
goes,
the
yep,
gate.
it's kind of always been this shitty.
Thank you, Oliver. You know, I can always rely on you for the honest take.
I mean, have you been to Anna's place? How can you tell me that's not beautiful?
Yeah. All of the red.
I really like your painting.
I side-eye Vol.
Vol doesn't say anything. He just keeps on walking.
I see that little smirk, Vol.
Because you can only see his jaw and big white beard. He does have a little bit of...
I can see it,
little
Vol.
bit of-
I can feel you smirking, Vol.
All right, well, I'm going to grab a map.
map. You do grab a map, and it is the exact... It tells you exactly what's looking right in the front. You see the Gorilla Kingdom. You see all the things. So somebody else is going to be my map guru.
All right, guys. Well, it looks like in the middle of the zoo, there's a display lawn. It's pretty open.
And you see a big cross marked out from Sprocket, and it seems to be on top of the from the bird enclosure.
The Blackburn Pavilion.
Or the bird safari.
Or the Penguin Beach.
Probably not a penguin.
No,
They don't
the
fly.
bird safari. As you walk in, you see this big X. You're guessing that that's probably where you need to put this first umbrella on this bird sanctuary area, right next to the gorillas.
Yeah, before we go anywhere, I'm going to investigate the two vans.
Okay. Why don't you give me a... because it's a car, why don't we do streetwise and investigation?
All right. Two successes.
One success.
No.
Oh, no, two,
No,
because
two,
you got a
yeah.
10. Sorry.
These aren't just normal vans. They seem to be armored. You look at the glass that are even by the passenger windows. Only 3 windows are the 2 passenger windows and the front window. The 2 passenger windows are etched in that wire that you see in insane asylums. The doors are locked, but this is some armor on the actual... Whatever they're trying to move with these would require something a little bit stronger than just press steel.
Where are the people?
Good question. Also, I don't know if it's armor plated because it's Pentax and they do some weird shit, or, I mean, if they're housing lions and stuff, I would assume you would want a pretty buffed out van, so it doesn't strike me as overly suspicious, I guess, that it's in a zoo.
Oh, yeah. Also, the map says that there's takeaway food vans throughout the site. I don't mean, it doesn't
This
look
is
like a
not-
food
This is
van,
not a
but
takeaway food van.
just saying van.
These are blacked out. These are not what you would... In closer inspection, especially after Dave's walked over and taken a look, the 2 of you follow, these don't look like your normal passenger van. They look a little bit more beefed out.
I mean, I'd
Speaking
like-
of van, where's the Jessica?
As you say that, you get another pain of, like, where's Boris?
Oh, yeah.
Boris.
Your other boyfriend, yes. How are you going to pick?
Why not both?
Yeah, she does not need to.
Yeah.
Ugh, you polygamists. I would like to try and get into the van, but it's pretty locked down, so I think we're shit out of luck.
You can attempt. It's another streetwise, and I think that's just streetwise. Just streetwise by itself.
Are they?
And security. Do
Are
you have to get any
they?
security?
Are they electrical vans? Are all of their locking mechanisms?
No,
electric?
they are definitely big engine polluting vans.
What about larceny?
Yeah, I'm
I
thinking
don't
larceny
have-
to
I don't
break
have
into
larceny,
the.
but I have streetwise.
Sure, guys work.
Nah, this shit's locked up.
Yeah, actually, in closer inspection, trying to break into it, you see that's actually like a thumbprint. Like they've gone so far as that this is something. I mean, you've never really run into Pentex tech before this, other than that cage. But that cage was enveloping this horrific rat-like creature. I mean, whatever they do when it comes to tech, they're very savvy.
Can I try Ghost in the Machine on the thumbprint scanner?
Yes, you can, definitely.
Yeah,
Think
do
it's
that.
does it cost you a blood dice? It's not.
No, it's a passive.
It is passive. Yeah, you definitely can try it. Your Ghost in the Machine and your do your subterfuge and intelligence to see if you can.
Okay.
Sorry, your Ghost in the Machine, which is connected to
Obfuscate.
So do your obfuscate and intelligence, please.
So I just kind of like put my thumb up against it and focus.
I'm looking for 2 6s.
Yeah, 2 8s and a 7.
All right. It almost squeaks out a siren, like someone's fucking with my van, but like it just gets that first beginning of a twerp before it shuts itself down and the door opens.
I am immensely proud of myself. I don't say anything, but I am like, hell yeah.
You walk in, and the first thing that you notice while looking up, there's a shotgun attached to the front, to the hood, not the hood, the ceiling of the cab.
I'm gonna pull that off and throw it to Danika without saying anything.
No problem. And there's also a binder in the center console. If you want to find anything else, you have to do some investigation.
Oh, I'm gonna throw the binder at Anna again without saying anything. I'm just throwing stuff out of the van, like shotgun, binder, and then I like to do investigation on the inside.
Okay. Do a investigation and intelligence. And to find anything more interesting than that binder, we're looking for 2 8s.
4 10s.
Oh, woof. All right.
I'm like in my zone right now.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
thinking
yeah.
back to when I used to break into cars,
Yep.
looking for the good shit.
As you tossed, as you tossed Anna the binder, one page fell out from the back that landed in the driver's side seat, and you open it up, and it's a manifesto of all the. As you're reading it, you see how many of what kind of animals that they want. You see, we want 1 gorilla, 2 lions, 1 giraffe, 4 otters.
Some Moses shit going on.
As you turn, you see a schematic of possible applications for these animals and drawings and crude possibilities. Obviously, to tell the person that is trying to get this particular animal what they're looking for, in attributes to the animal. Like, are you looking for muscular or slight, or even on one of them, like the otters, that they're looking for sickly.
All right, I'm gonna hop back out of the van. Well, I take back what I said about Pintex not doing anything shady.
Anna, would you like to go through the binder? Or?
Yes, please.
And you notice, Danika, the shotgun fully loaded, and on the stock of the shotgun it has 4 shells, so you have a total of 8.
That's great, but I don't have anything in firearms, so I don't think I could even use a gun.
Anna does.
Day, thanks for the gun and all, but I don't. It's not really my style.
Did your sire not teach you about guns?
No, that was his thing.
Excuse me. Anna, do you know about guns?
I know a little bit, yeah.
You know how to fire a shotgun?
I know which end goes at the enemy.
Fair enough.
All right.
Want to give her the shotgun?
Yes.
All right. It looks so cool.
You do. Let's look up some shotgun information. Anybody?
What do you want me to know?
Just any damage. We haven't used a shotgun in this campaign.
Who is it? Pump action? Please tell me it's pump
It's
action.
pump action.
Hell yeah.
8 total shots, 4 in the chamber, 4
one reload.
connected to the
Stock, like that
yeah,
belt
stock,
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
What type of shotgun is it?
Pump action.
I don't
What
know
are the
then.
options they give you here?
Medium gunshot or heavy gunshot. So there's a 12 gauge shotgun.
I would assume it's a 12 gauge if it's
Yeah.
in an armored van.
It does +4 damage.
+4.
It's also considered a huge melee, so it's a 2-hander. So it does some beefy damage.
Yeah.
That's about what my big ass hammer does.
Yep. It's a shotgun. That's why I haven't
Yeah.
given you guys one.
Yeah.
It's a reward for checking out little interesting things.
Thank you. Goes to the machine. I love when Day can do stuff.
What is it? +4 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so how is that calculated?
So,
Do I automatically have 4 successes? Is that what that means?
If you get a success, it hits with 4 damage.
yeah. So it's like If you were to go up to a normal human and like point blank shoot them, that's going to eviscerate them. If you go to a vampire, it's going to take them down to about half health.
It's like you roll for damage, and then you get a +4 to
Yeah.
whatever you rolled.
Okay.
I thought it was just you roll, and if you succeed, you do 4 damage, like aggravated.
Oh,
damage.
aggravated damage. Actually,
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
Okay.
I just don't want to mess up the rolls and have to do
Right.
this whole
That's-
drawn
that-
out
that's
thing
why
where
I
we
wanna
have to
look
look
it
up
up.
rules.
Yeah.
It'll just be like if you hit, you do like 4 aggravated damage.
Okay.
Oh, here, there's something. It says if engaged in hand-to-hand combat, the wielder of a firearm uses strength plus firearms against the opponent's brawl or melee pool. The opponent does not receive a penalty for lacking cover. Instead, the firearm user suffers a -2 dice penalty.
So strength and firearms
With a -2.
if they're in cover.
Okay. All right, cool.
There's also ranged combat.
I'm sure we'll be okay. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we will be using that shortly, but we'll be using that.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
So I'm reading the manifesto. I'm like, yeah, I take back what I said about Pintex not being shady. It appears they're trying to gather some animals, and I mean, if I recall correctly, they kind of like to tether them to people.
Yeah,
make
does
some
that mean
weird
that there's going to
creatures.
be a beach ball gorilla?
Oh, I hope not.
That'd be really bad.
Yeah, that
I don't
would
even
be
like
really
those
bad.
words,
You
but
hear some like pretty visceral growling from inside the zoo, especially for nighttime. You'd think a lot of these animals were done for the evening.
that's some ominous wind.
I mean, they're probably pretty hungry.
Yeah. I would say stay on your guard. I thought the zoo would be a nice place. Lawrence,
Lawrence goes, I always like the zoo.
yeah, you're about to really hate the zoo if what's happening. If they got those animals, it's not going to be pretty. I suggest we keep our heads down and we try to avoid conflict. And if we can't, then
Vel goes, so are we just trying to get in and get out?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a pretty straight shot over to the bird safari.
All right. I imagine he wanted us up on the cage. He looks over, and it's a big closed-in cage to keep all the birds in this enclosure, surrounded by chicken wire, but with large metal frames that jet out into the night. It's right behind. From looking at the map, you can see it. It's one of the higher points in the center of the zoo.
all right. So we got to get to the top of that.
All right, you want me to? I can climb it.
Yeah, but you're not very sneaky, Danika.
And
Well, I
it goes, follow me, guys.
Oh no!
It's zoo is closed, eh? What do we need to be sneaky for?
Did you not hear the ominous growls in the distance?
Yeah, there's lions here.
Okay. So I'm going to back up to everything I just said. This is a manifesto from Pintex.
Right.
They do bad things with animals.
Yes.
If
As-
they got those animals,
As you're talking, a penguin walks up the front of the zoo.
And it's going, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. We're coming to visit you in the zoo.
Do you want me to blink day? That would be much faster.
when we get there, maybe. But I was hoping we could be quiet. Is that a penguin?
Vel goes, yes, it is. And adorable, honestly. It's one of my favorite animals.
Please, nobody touch the penguin.
What? But it's so cute.
It doesn't seem to be molested in any way, just out of its enclosure.
Anna's gone.
Honest, you walked in.
Oh,
Started
shit.
walking.
Oh god.
Yeah. All of you notice that right now. Anna has clicked and like gone through. All
She
right.
was like, "Oh, right, guys, follow me." And then in her head, she's like, "I have the gun.
Yeah, right.
I've started to walk. Everybody's just not really going to follow."
You have this big game hunter moment as you
Right.
walk in. Click. You see the pit that is the gorilla entrance, and you see some like ethereal article. What's it when it comes out of your artery? You see
Arterial spray?
arterial spray in there, and one dead gorilla.
Oh,
You don't see anything else. Everything else in that closure seems to be either vacated, left, but you do see one dead gorilla as you walk through.
Is it possible that they tried changing those animals at the zoo and then lost control and had to skedaddle, or they died in the process? Because those vans were empty.
they were definitely trying to do something in here. There's no question.
Okay. Well, this seems like a time for unseen passage. I'd like to go invisible, please.
Okay. You go invisible. No problem. Please tell the audience at home what Unseen Passage does for you.
Oh yeah, can somebody bring that up for me so I can read it?
Unseen passage.
The passage is unseen.
Super sneaky boy. Which,
It's obfuscate.
There we go. With this power, the vampire can now move around while staying hidden. The user is functionally invisible per the usual obfuscate limitations. It costs 1 rouse check, and it says as long as the user emits no overpowering odors and no sound louder than a whisper, this power automatically works. Only if the observer has their attention drawn to the user can they make a detection roll.
As you go into it, you feel a hand on your shoulder. And because Vol is touching you, you can see him like almost as smoke. And it's a little annoying because his obfuscate is a little bit more flourishable.
Yeah.
Like it's more like you both disappear into the world, but his seems to be a little bit more showmanshipy. But you do know that now you and Vol are hunting into the night. And in Anna, you feel 2 gusts of slight breeze on both sides of your shoulder.
I love when I do that.
Yeah, right. How's your rouse check on that?
I got a 3, so we're good.
All right, no problem.
So me and Vol just kind of... Can I kind of see Vol a
It
little
gives
bit?
you another hunger.
Okay. Can I see Vol a little bit? Or is he also just like...
Yeah, I mean, you're aware, having obfuscate a little bit more to look for, but he's very talented at what he does. Him touching you on the shoulder was him giving you kind of like the nonverbal of, hey, we're going to do this.
Damn, he's good.
What are you looking to do?
I'm just going to follow the group for now. But I want to...
Like flagging it on the outside or
Yeah, I'm like...
flanking? Or...
I'm kind of like on the left side of where Danika and Anna are.
Okay.
Just kind of staying off the main path. In case something goes down, I'll at least have, advantage on something.
Sure, absolutely. As you guys are continuing to go, you will start passing the lion's cage.
Oh, and also I'm just whispering, fuck you, Danika.
Fuck you, Dave.
So as you guys are walking past, you do pass the reptile house. Anna, you felt those 2 little strange pieces of wind passing you. Not completely sure what they were. It brought your attention to the right-hand side, and you look into the reptile house. And you see a individual dealing with a kimono dragon. He has a claw out, like what you take care of a dog, a stray dog, to make sure he doesn't bite you, with the big leash at the end and the pole. This isn't the kindness that you can do to make sure that you don't hurt yourself while dealing with a animal that hasn't trusted you yet. This is a large claw. There's 2 fingers on both sides that interlock, and the kimono dragon is snapping at it, trying not to be gotten. He has, as looking at him, there's another guy behind him that seems to have a large sack waiting for him to be able to grab this kimono dragon. Big tongue sneaking out, and shoots back into the water.
Hey, you see this shit?
I think that's Pentax.
Right.
If I had to wager, I guess.
Brown, almost custodial suits they're wearing.
Do we sneak past them, or should we just... No. Should we kill them, or...
We're not going to sneak past them.
I mean, I was kind of in the middle of that, but all right.
Do you want me to throw a knife at them?
Vol, how you doing, bud?
You're like, as you say that, you're walking past another enclosure that happens to have a little bit of glass on it to show into the structure, and he just makes a little smiley face on it without making a sound.
Damn, he's good.
All right. I would like to get their attention, both of them.
How would you like to do that?
It's going to go, hey.
You look up, and as they do that, the claw misses the neck of the kimono dragon.
You're confused, right?
A little bit.
Yes, watch this.
How
And
can
I would
I-
like to cast Compel on both of them.
You can do it on one.
No, I want to do both.
I don't know if you can.
Okay. How about Dementation?
For the people at home, explain what that is.
It's a subtle power requires nothing more than casual conversation as the vampire's insidious influence hides between the lines and inflections employed. The victim finds themselves increasingly agitated as their inner demons bubble to the surface, eventually drowning out all rhyme and reason. It's 1 rouse check per scene. The dice pool is manipulation and dominate versus their composure and intelligence.
Cool.
After engaging in conversation with the victim, the user can activate this power for the duration of the scene. A mortal who becomes impaired by this power experiences a nervous breakdown or psychotic break. The user wants to affect multiple victims. They need to make a separate rouse check for each one.
All right, so make your first rouse check on the first guy.
Okay. 5.
All right, you gain a point of hunger, but
Okay.
you don't do anything bad to you.
Okay.
All right, and I'll roll my dice. Roll yours. 1 success for me.
One, two, three.
You have roused the inner demon of a Pentex employee.
Okay.
The second one.
Second one. 6.
So no hunger.
So no hunger.
Nice.
2.
-1.
So the first guy with the claw looks over, and his eyes just saucer up as if he just done a huge thing of cocaine. Angry, starts yelling, "Hey, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. There shouldn't be anybody here." And he starts like walking through the moat, like not even worried about the things that could possibly be in it. And he comes up and he goes through the actual cage in it, and he starts crawling up, just purely and utterly frustrated with whoever the fuck you are. As you look, you see one of the kimono dragons have clawed onto his leg, and his friend just goes, "What the fuck are you doing, Harry?"
Yeah, Harry, you'll need to go after that guy, not me. I'm your friend, Harry.
And like not even thinking about this kimono dragon that is just gnawing on the immeasurable amount of pain from this huge lizard that is just ripping into his into his bottom calf. What would you like to do?
Fire a shotgun.
You can. He's right at you.
Yeah.
And this is why Anna scares me.
He can't dodge. He's on a cage. So
He's like climbing up,
Yeah.
right?
Strength and firearms is a hysterically low roll for me.
well, he's like
In front of you.
right in front of you, point blank. I'm looking for like a 5.
Okay. Two successes.
All right. As he's climbing, just looking, and feral, looking for a human. I mean, just like you've definitely gotten underneath his skin. He hates every aspect of you. You empty his shell. And with how quiet the zoo is, all the animals start squawking and crying and growling and howling.
Guys, I did that. I killed the guy.
Okay, what about the other guy?
That doesn't matter. You better get the umbrella.
As the other
up
guy
there at
goes,
the
"Hey,
top.
we may have a problem here."
Oh, no, I can have to shoot that guy, too.
Oh man.
Yeah,
While this
right,
is
yeah,
happening,
yeah,
can I grab the umbrella out of the little backpack?
Sure, absolutely. That's not a problem.
Aren't you going to make yourself visible if you do that?
No.
No, it's not an action.
I can
I
pick
mean,
some-
it's not
I
a.
can
It's
pick
not
stuff up,
a.
yeah.
It's not a
Attack. or anything.
attack. Yeah.
I would like to take that and then try to start
Booking it towards.
getting to the bird enclosure.
Okay. As you see all this, you take the umbrella.
You just see a little
Start
umbrella
taking it
floating.
up. Yeah, right. Yes, you do. Actually, exactly what happens. So this umbrella just starts booking itself down towards.
I'm like,
this
don't worry,
enclosure.
Day, it's all under control.
Like, we have a problem here.
No, you
yeah,
don't.
Right? As he takes off to the thing, it's kind of hard to see him. Like he's now going back into the actual enclosure. You hear another set of what you assume. Actually, Danika, would you make a awareness report for me?
Okay. Two successes.
You hear from what you're going to guess is the far side of the zoo. You hear in through all the other chaos, all the other sounds of animals. You hear something like other men talking, like shouting.
Anna, do you hear that?
Do I hear that?
You're kind of focused on the guy that got away.
No, I don't.
There's
I'm looking
more
for this-
people over that way.
There's like snacks.
Possibly, but they don't sound good.
Cerberus shows up with Oliver. Oh, we can take him, no problem.
Are you sure?
Well, I haven't been dead yet. Well, I mean, like that one time, but like that had what made me into what I am today. So.
Okay, all right. Cerberus, are you good with that?
Cerberus looks and goes, yeah,
Waiting.
sure. No cages for me.
No, but can you kill those guys?
One's dead.
No, the ones way over on the other side of the zoo. Prick up your ears. Can't you hear them?
Okay. Cerberus takes off with Oliver on his back.
Okay. Anna, do you need help?
As you're running in invisibility mode with
Mary Poppins in this
with
bitch.
your one umbrella, you see Cerberus shoot past you with Oliver on his back.
Yep. You know what? I gotta focus. That's a whole different thing.
Day, you come up to
Why is it always a shit show? By the way, I'm just
Yeah,
talking. I'm whispering to myself like, why is it always? It's never easy. You can't just. I could have just come in. I could have done this myself. I could have just fucking done it.
as you get to the cage. There is a glass wall that separates on purpose to make sure that people don't climb this. What would you like to do?
It's always.
It's about 6 feet up. Appears to be plexiglass, and after that is the wire cage that leads up to the top of it.
traversal if you want me to help.
You could also just jump 6 feet. That just sounds like nothing for a vampire.
Well, it's a little. So I'm just gonna try it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and
Jump.
and just grab the top of it. And
Sure,
pull
that is
myself
going to
up.
be your dexterity and athletic splits. Trying to jump 6 feet.
Can't we jump like 30 feet or something?
Depends on what you have.
Sure. That's 3 successes.
Yeah, you do. You grasp it. I mean, it's quite a large jump. It's like
Yeah, I just want to get like my fingertips
yeah,
on
right.
it.
It's like jumping to the top of a basketball hoop. You know what I mean? Like sorry, basketball hoop, basketball like the backboard.
Yeah.
You do manage just, and as you pull yourself up, you see Vol already sitting up there. Well, this isn't going to as expected, is it?
This is going exactly like I expected it, Vol.
As you
and
say-
you will learn quickly. This is generally the vibe.
Yeah, right. As you say that, Anna, you hear a strange sound. It doesn't seem to be animal in nature. It sounds like coming closer and closer to you.
What is it?
It seems to be coming from the sky.
Are there drones now?
I look up and slightly to the left.
Ooh, good pull.
You do, and then have to shoot your head to the right and see 5 little drones.
Oh, no problem. I got a shotgun, Danika. Watch, I can shoot them out of the
What
sky.
about the other guy?
Guy's running away. It's fine.
That's not fine.
It's fine.
Shouldn't we
Target
like
practice
eat
on
him or
drones.
something?
No, it's fine. If you can catch him, we can eat him.
Okay. I'm gonna start chasing after the guy.
All right.
Also,
now
don't,
we got
don't forget, one of you needs to take care of Lawrence. And he can also do things.
Yeah, Lawrence is here with me.
Just making sure.
Anna's got the gun. Lawrence can stay with her.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep, Lawrence is hanging out. He didn't see you. He didn't see where you went. I mean, like, so yeah, Lawrence is hung out with the group. So, guys escaping Danika.
Oh, okay.
Drones are coming in to you, Anna, the one that they see.
Fantastic. Yes.
You're stuck there with Day. You're stuck there with Vol. You got to climb this thing to get this thing done.
Yeah.
Wonderful Lawrence is all by himself. Well,
He's
not all
with
by
Anna,
himself,
yeah.
but like not with you.
I was hoping the group would stay a little bit more cohesive, but everyone ran in different directions. So
Have you not played Vampire before?
yeah, I
or-
know. I've noticed.
Yeah. Right.
We just split the party as thin as
Okay.
possible.
So we're gonna jump in, starting off with a dive attack on Anna. These drones are coming down, and you hear as they come down. There's 3 of them. All are gonna take one single shot at you. They're a pistol. Okay. I need you to roll your dexterity and I guess athletics. Dexterity and athletics to dodge.
Yep. 2 successes.
3 successes. You're going to take 1. The first one, you're not expecting it to shoot. That's why, like, you didn't quite move fast enough. Takes you in the shoulder. It's going to take 1 point of superficial damage.
God damn it, that stings.
There's the second one.
You guys, they shoot.
No successes.
3 successes.
All right. After getting hit with that first one in the shoulder, you're kind of knocked back, and like you look up very angry. Still, it's odd after taking somebody else's life, and this is becoming more of like an adventure for you. Like you're not taking any of this seriously. So like you're just more on the game. It's almost like playing a video game in real life. Third one coming down. 1 success.
3 successes.
Boom! You dodged out. Almost grinning, feeling what you can almost hear Rasputin laughing in your own throat, and that was their turn. Would you like to do anything to him?
I want to try to shock them.
Okay, you
Shot them with my gun.
All right,
I shot them with my gun.
shot
You
them.
damn
All right.
Canadian.
Yeah, right. You got.
She's never shot a gun.
It's gonna be your dexterity and firearms. The first one got 3 successes.
No successes.
Just the first one. Second one. Nope. Well, they all take 1 turn. That was your 1 turn. Try to shoot 1. We're gonna go back to Danika because you can't shoot all 3 of them at the same time.
Okay, how
So you got to figure out where the hell this guy is going.
how far away is he?
Yeah, right. He's coming out of where you think this enclosure place would be. So I'd like you to do your wits and your survival, actually.
Just to see where he is?
Yeah, where he is. I mean, like, you've never been to the zoo before.
Or has she?
Oh, that's actually possible.
Well, she
Yeah.
hasn't been to London in a long time. I think the
I will
zoo-
give you the choice. Have you been to the zoo ever?
Do you want me to look and see when the zoo was
Because
established?
it is a different. It would be a different role if you'd have been here.
Let's see.
Because it'd be insight if you'd ever seen this before.
It was opened in London on the 27th of April in 1828.
Possible?
And I was born in 1900.
Have you been to the zoo?
Probably at some point.
All right.
Like maybe as a kid or
Yeah,
something.
even if you were just a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can use your insight instead of survival. You can use the higher roll of those two.
They're the same.
Cool.
So,
But that makes a difference. It's a different thing that you'd be doing.
yeah. 2 successes?
That's enough. You remember being here, and actually a few times being a madam. This is kind of, you always felt like animals being caged was a good metaphor about yourself. All this energy, all this power stuck behind a paywall that you couldn't get past. People always looking down at you, no matter how prosperous you become. So you spent a little bit of time at the zoo. You know where this enclosure is going to get out. You wrote him. You know where he's going to come out. He comes out. Now we're going to do his dexterity and his melee versus your strength and your melee if you want to tackle him. Or if you want to hit him, it'd be your...
Oh, so I don't have to do anything to catch up to him?
No, you've routed him with that roll.
Oh, cool.
You
Because I
know-
was going to
yeah.
use my blink.
No,
I thought I was chasing him.
You're good.
Okay.
He had to run a lot through the buildings to get out.
Mm-hmm.
With that roll, you figured out where he's going to come out. Now it's just if you catch him or not.
Okay, and what am I rolling?
That'll be your strength and your brawl against his dexterity and his brawl. No successes.
6 successes?
Yep, that sounds about like Danika.
just pile driver.
Yeah, right. Like, how do you like? So, do you want to kill him or do you want to capture him?
I'm going to capture him.
How do you want to do that?
He's got one of those claws, right?
That guy got shotgunned in the chest.
That guy is.
So what does this guy have?
This guy was the clipboard guy. He had a sack and he has a clipboard. He was probably the manager on, go catch that damn lizard.
So I'm going to tackle him to the ground, pin his arms behind his back, rip the sack out of his hands, and then put it over his head.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Steve. Steve.
What up,
hey, how are we
Steve?
doing? Good.
Yeah, you're not so great right now, are you?
No, but I don't think we have a common enemy. I'm here on business.
Yeah, probably not, Steve.
That's good.
I think you are the enemy, Steve.
I don't think I am. If you look into my pocket, you'll see a card. There wasn't supposed to be anyone in this area. We're just trying to make sure that all the animals are safe and taken care of.
Right.
He's going to try to lie to you.
want to see through that bullshit.
I know, you definitely can. You can try. So he's going to use his manipulation and politics.
Persuasion?
You have persuasion?
Or politics.
Politics against your wits and intellect.
Intellect's not
Intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Three on 3 dice.
2.
2. You take a second and like his calm nature like kind of throws you off, and you look back and remember it's not Pentex that's printed on his shirt. It's wildlife preserved, like, you know, that's
Funded by Pentex.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But like, maybe this is just a guy. Maybe this is just a guy that's doing a job.
Could just be a guy, but
I mean, like, okay, so hi again. I don't know why you're here. I know why I'm here. You can take my wallet.
I don't want your wallet, Steve.
Okay. So what is it that you do want?
I'm gonna feel around for his head.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that's okay.
I want to bite into his neck and drink from him enough to where he passes out, but without killing him.
No problem. He has 5 blood points possible. So
Take them all.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ.
So do a rouse check first.
Okay.
Release the beast.
I got an 8.
Cool. You're good. You can take 4 without problem.
Okay. I only have 1 hunger right now, but you have to feed every day without gaining another one.
So you can take one of them.
I want him to pass out.
And then you can bleed him out. So you can satiate your hunger and let him bleed out until
I'm gonna drink him until he slumps,
then heal him,
and then just kind of throw him to the side.
No problem.
Be like, Anna, if you want to finish him off, I know that's your thing.
Oh my God, no.
Right,
You wanted a snack.
did
You
that
know
just
what? To
really
be
happen?
fair, I am quite hungry.
Oh my God. No.
You see all this happening, Anna.
I'm gonna take 3 blood points from him.
You can't stack.
What do you mean?
You can fill. Are you injured?
No,
So if you only have 2 hunger,
I
then
only have 1, but you have to feed every day, so you don't gain another point of hunger.
Sure.
So,
you
I'm just
wanna take
feeding to
1.
maintain my 1.
Cool, no problem. So you don't take 3.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like you can't take unless you
oh,
want
okay.
to.
I see.
mean, you
Yeah.
can't.
So I'll take 1.
If you want to go to that 0, you have to kill.
Right.
Cool. So you take that 1, but you can let those others 2 fall on the ground or whatever you want. You also, yeah, cool. So,
Anna, are you hungry?
You see this happening? Anna.
I'm very hungry.
There you go.
Well, let me get in here and have a little nibble on this little snack.
All
You
right.
want me to take care of the flying things?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Here's
right.
my gun. Here's my gun.
Okay.
Have fun with it.
I don't-
Look, you just go like this, and Anna shows you like sort of how to operate a gun.
Okay. I can try
She's
my
not
best.
even like looking at it. She's just like fixated on this guy. She's like, here, you go like this, and then the things they go in here, and then this.
Well,
and
where's the button? What button do I push?
this thing, and you squeeze it. You don't pull it.
Okay.
As this is happening, you see Day drones show up. You have 4. All of a sudden, you hear a large boom from your right, and Vol reappears. And one of the drones fall out of the sky. Well, those are going to be quite pesty. Do you want to take it up to the top and me give you some cover, or?
That would be a fantastic idea.
Okay.
I don't have too much range. I mean, I could throw a knife, but you know.
You
You
could
will
use your ghost
probably
machine.
wouldn't get that back. Okay.
Yeah,
so
one thing I'm going to do is I assume these drones are operated with cameras, right?
I don't have a clue, to be completely honest.
Well, I'm going to assume, so I want to use Ghost in the Machine because that directly affects cameras and makes it so that I can't be seen.
Okay, no problem.
Could you pull up Ghost in the Machine real quick?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now.
It's actually very clever.
I'm
The
hoping.
user can now transmit the effects of obfuscate through electronic media, allowing the vampire to appear invisible or masked when viewed live on screen. If an observer views the image later, as in a photograph or
That
recording, the
is-
effect lessens. The image seems slightly blurred, making identification hard.
This is all live, so there's no after effect. This is actually a really cool use of Ghost
It also
in the Machine.
says, in addition, automated surveillance has a tendency to glitch in the presence of the vampire, lessening their chance of being caught by automated systems.
And it's passive, right? You don't have to
It
spend
is.
any-
He doesn't have to do a rouse
Very
check.
cool. So,
She's like,
so
"Well, let me show you
yeah,
something."
right. Yeah, actually, please describe what that looks like when you do a really cool thing. Remember, you're on a thing of steel.
Yeah.
Cage
I
of
look,
steel.
I look at Vol and I'm like, let me show you something that I like to do, because I don't like Big Brother. And I turn and I hold my hand out to where the drones are, and I snap. And when I do, you can see like little sparks coming off of the cameras on the
Okay.
drones.
Okay. All right. So as you do that, the operators, which you can't see completely off camera, but they are individuals someplace off site that have a VR mask surgically implanted into their brow with large hooks that go all the way to the back of their sculpt and bring that skin tight into wrinkles
Gross.
all the way across. You don't see this, but what happens off camera is one of them breaks, other one breaks, and you see it fall off of all four of those individuals in this poor, small cubicle that they're in. And as the mask falls off their face, you can see the rest of the blood drain out of their visage as all four drones fall to the sky.
Anna, I think I did it.
No, your drones are still going.
Oh. Anna, I did not do it.
It's all right. We're working on it.
But your path is now cleared. So we're just going to make a simple. You're just climbing up a cage. Still need you to roll for it though. Just dexterity and athletics. We're only looking for 2 5s, and they'll get you halfway up.
Three successes.
Oh, halfway up. You're good. Back to Anna and Danika. So you're looking at this individual, right? Did you lick the side of the guy's neck to
No, I bit
heal
him
it?
through the sack.
Through the sack. So
Yeah.
this is now up.
No, I drank some and I dropped him.
So I'm going to say that he's lost 2 blood points. He's a total of 5. So he has 3 left, okay? So
I want him.
You fed on 1. He's lost 1. There's 3 left, okay? We'll start with you. You approach him. Are you going to try to withhold your bestial nature? Or are you going to try, you smell the blood literally pooling underneath this guy.
Yeah, at this point, Anna sees it and she wants it.
Another point.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not going to stop it, and no one else is going to stop it, he's passed out. So if this is what you want to do, this is going to
I've got 3 blood points. If I take one more, I've got 3 hunger points. If I take one more, I go back into stigmata. I need to feed.
Danika was hoping after the last incident that
right, hold
Anna
on.
would restrain herself.
All right, cool.
So
So
you
so
can
you
still pull her
start
off.
you start with
Yeah.
1, and all right. So you approach this victim, and you can smell the blood, and you feel the annoyance of waking up unsatisfied, especially because you have now understood multiple times
Twice, yeah.
what satisfaction feels like. So you can take your first blood point. There's no restriction.
Okay.
You do. Refill 1. As you suck for a second one, I want you to roll your humanity.
2.
See what happens. You hear a part of a conversation that you just barely hear in the back of your mind. Last time that you and Rasputin talked about you're one of the only things that keep his humanity going. You take another blood point.
Okay.
He has 1 left. Roll again.
6, 5, 3, 2. So 1 success.
That's so heavy.
Right.
You release your fangs and go in to bite to finish him off. And a roar, an actual, it's not Rasputin, it is something angry. It is something you hear, something deep and primal and disappointed stops you from taking that wanted bite, and it frightens you. And you start walking away from what is almost a corpse.
Okay.
Danica, want to take a shot?
Yeah, so Danica's holding the shotgun with one hand and just pointing it up in the air.
Because she has no firearm, right?
Yeah, she has no idea what
That's
she's doing.
fantastic.
Oh my God.
They're going to come in to you first. So you're going to be doing your dexterity.
She's like
and
squinting
athletics.
with one eye because she has
Yeah.
no idea how to
So
aim.
they're going to do dexterity athletics. We're going to do 3 rolls. Sorry, we're down to how many? 2, right? Because you got one of them.
No, she missed.
What?
3 of them.
I didn't. Oh, Anna. Yeah. I'm doing dex and athletics.
Yep.
All
2.
right.
You got this, girl.
5 successes.
Yeah, you dodge. You look up like with your one thing, and like it just careens past your hair, flipping it on the side. I'm like, oh, they're fun. And like so the second one's
it's
going
the
to shoot
swords
at you.
from
I was going to say,
Tokyo.
ooh, the sword game
Yeah.
again, but
Oh my
with
God.
bullets.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've been trained.
-1 success. You don't have to even shoot. Get for this one. Completely misses you in the pavement in front of it. But you can see that little spark that comes off of
Just shoots the
middle
Komodo
of it.
dragon. Just, no!
All right. The third one. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 3.
Do I have to roll again?
Yep.
6 successes.
Yeah. Like it was headed directly for your face, and just at the very last minute, almost like nonchalantly, you just turn to the left, and you can see it behind you spark on the
I
pavement.
feel like Rasputin.
Yeah, right. You have a shot. You got 3 of them.
Okay, I'm going to try and shoot.
Cool. So you have a scatter with this, so because it's a +4, so it's just going to be because you have no aim, right? Because you have no firearm, so
Right.
it's just going to be your dexterity
Okay.
with the scatter effect, and they've become closer to you guys. So I'm going to say you're looking for 2 sevens.
4 successes.
You hit 2 of them in this because they've come closer. You spray 2. You got 1 left. It comes. You see a little light beep on it, and it takes off, leaving.
Pussies.
All right. As it takes off, you hear, instead of just that small buzz, you hear a...
Can I try and shoot it as it flies away?
No, as it leaves, you hear a new noise.
Oh,
Helicopter.
You look up.
It's the Pentax one.
Okay.
So, still invisible, I think, right, Dave?
Yeah, because I haven't really done anything to pull myself out of it.
Vol that has
Do you
shot
stay
that
invisible if you use another ability?
Well, obviously it's technically passive.
Okay.
But if you make an action that, for example, when Vol shot, he brought enough attention to himself with the gunshot. I mean, I can
Yeah.
break it down why that makes sense.
I used more obfuscate to stay invisible, essentially.
Well, because
Yeah.
you did Ghost in the Machine, so I wasn't sure if that would bring you
Yeah.
out of it.
But it was to stay. It was to stay invisible, though.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not you bring attention to yourself. If you bring attention to yourself, then the illusion is dropped.
In this moment, I think that it was used so well that books be damned. I mean, like rule of cool. It was just a really awesome use of how they use cameras and that.
I assume they were
makes-
using like those cold trackers.
Yeah.
You know,
like the
And then
multi lenses. I mean, like,
Yeah.
if you ever want to go look at one, I can tell you what
they
it
saw
looks
like a
but,
blurry image of me, and then it was just like,
yeah, right. Yeah, it was a really cool use of it. Today, as you're scrambling up, you get halfway up and you hear the.
oh Christ.
Take another roll. Same thing. Looking for 5s. Not very hard to scale this.
Dexterity and athletics.
Yep.
Ooh, not on that one.
0.
Yeah.
You go up, and the sound itself gives you pause. Did you roll actually no successes, or negative?
I got 0 successes. I had a
0
5 and a
successes.
1.
So as you're scrawling up this to get to the precipice to put your essentially tiny little satellite dish up there, you take a second and you falter, and your foot goes through the chicken wire that keeps in these birds.
Dude, why are you getting stuck in things?
All right. It's big. It's not going to be hard to pull yourself
No, I'm
out.
just saying. I always
Yeah,
like get
right,
my
yeah.
foot stuck in things.
Uh,
It's just a thing. I can't climb. I can't.
Yeah,
Day
you're-
is bad at this. For
You're
some
used to
reason.
being in the sewers, man.
I know, man.
You're not really a climber. You're a sneaker.
crawler.
Yeah, right, you're a crawler. But then you hear heavy machine gun coming through, shooting at Vol. You look
Holy
down,
shit.
and Vol coming out of his obfuscate has to dodge.
Not good.
He does. Takes a backflip off with amazing precision. On a D20 he rolled a 19. So, almost like a dancer jumping into a large parade of people that will catch him normally from that distance. He lands in the bushes and is no longer a target.
Damn, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. I'm offended almost. That's my thing.
Would you like to make another chance to go up?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
One more roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my leg out of the chicken wire.
So now it's 6s though, because you're trying. I mean, like it's not like you see that your pant leg is a little caught on the chicken wire.
Mm-hmm.
So now instead of 5s, we're looking at 6s.
All right, I'm gonna use focus to bring it down to 5s, which means on my next roll,
Okay.
it'll be harder. But I really need to get the satellite dish up there. Yeah, a waste of that, but
No problem. You know what? Sometimes it's better just to make a save.
yeah, hedge your bets. But I got 4 successes.
All right, so you take a moment and you focus down, understanding how important, like, we can all leave the moment this thing gets put up. You slowly kick your foot out of that chicken wire and start crawling up, get to the precipice, open up your umbrella. You can hear ding, 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 really small lights. And then what you swear to God is the Mario, you know, like yeah, right, yeah, your little happy. Like,
When he
thing.
raises the flag.
Yeah, the flag, that sound. Like, it goes up, boom, and you fish it in, you know, using the hook and a little bit of wire that's attached to the actual apparatus to be able to
Fixate it to the thing.
No problem.
And make sure it's nice and sturdy. And then I'm gonna try and slide down to the bottom.
No problem. One more roll. Now we're looking for 7s if you want to do it in one motion.
I would like to just. I need to get to Lawrence.
All right, cool.
There's machine guns, and he's not good with bullets.
Go for it.
Okay, so that's dexterity and athletics. That is 2 successes.
Fantastic. You slide down. It is a bulbous thing. It's like a cage that comes around. You get down to where it would go straight down. You're able to claw into it, scraping your hand around right before it gets to that moment of being sheer. You stop yourself and start clawing down. But you look up in the sky, and because they don't have a target in Vol, and they can't see you, they've gone someplace else.
I'm gonna beeline it to Lawrence.
No problem. Anna,
Yes.
that growl has shocked you, shell-shocked you. The same way that you feel elation from eating someone all the way down. The same way that you get a true self-gratifying understanding of yourself. It's like it's reverberating in your shins. It's like not quite terror, but your flight sense. You want to be out of here. It was something different. It was something that you've never experienced, and you've delved into the deep. You can't imagine why this would happen to you while you were feeding.
All right. Hey, Lawrence, did you hear that?
Well, she goes, the helicopter? Yeah,
No,
I heard
not
the helicopter.
No, not the
There's a helicopter!
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence. Calm down, Lars. How many times have we been dealing with the helicopters? That's going to be fine. We're going to find the manhole cover and boom.
As
Bombers
hellfire
are
like
up there.
rains over top of you.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean,
going
like
to be
it does
fine.
miss you and Lawrence, but
Yeah, we're going
as
to be
it
fine.
as it straves,
It's
Danica.
fine.
Anna doesn't even
Yeah,
flinch.
right,
It's
like
like-
does it like it's just straight behind like
It's just like,
I
see?
mean, like
don't even
no
know we're
problem.
here.
I mean, like Lawrence has hit the deck. You know what I mean? Like, but
Anna does the statue thing.
yeah, right. Danica, you are in cross of fire, so I'd like you to make an athletics and a dexterity and athletics roll.
Okay. Two successes.
What were the two successes?
A 7 and an 8.
Oh, okay, just there. Okay, so 2 7s is what you got out of it, right?
Yeah.
Right. You like pike back, like full on, just like very Matrix style. And as you're looking down in your celerity cat grace kind of thing, you see right where your legs would have been. 2 bullet holes in the sidewalk, nice and deep. These are not shells you want to be hit with. These are ending pieces of ammunition coming off of a tactical helicopter.
What's around me right now?
Anna standing like a statue as all the foliage behind her
It's fine.
explodes.
Hide behind me. It will be
Yeah,
fine.
right?
What we need is a manhole cover so we can get back into the sewers.
I can obfuscate too. Just turns into a statue.
Nobody will ever guess.
'Cause I want to do a thing.
You are. I mean, can you tell me more what you're looking to do, and I'll tell you if that's. I mean, so what it is? It's a small building because you were looking at the lizard world outside. The only thing that he really needed for an outside exposure would be the kimono dragons. That, like the gorillas, was made into a pit and water. That's where the guy crawled up to. So you have a distance of water, maybe 10 feet, that 10 by 25 that goes around the edge of the enclosure that has a chain link fence going from the edge from what you're looking at where the guy got killed, shotgunned in the chest. It would be about 25 feet tall.
Okay, so
It has a slight arch in to make sure that the things can't crawl out.
I want to use my rapid reflexes,
Okay.
which is free.
Okay.
It says I can take a minor action, such as readying or reloading a weapon for free.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to use that to rip one of the poles out of the chain link fence. Because it's readying a weapon.
And do you have like can you use anything as a weapon? Is that one of your like essential feats?
Yeah. it is.
Yeah. I
Okay.
have
This would be like a 25-foot
part of my
pole.
melee is improvised weapons.
This would be like a 25-foot pole. Okay.
Well, can I like grab it and snap it in half? I just want to throw it like a
Yeah,
javelin at the
I can
helicopter.
see what you're wanting to do. I just want to like. So this is like an animal enclosure. You know what? Yeah, let's find out.
Or if there's like a railing or something.
A
nearby.
railing, definitely.
Okay, then railing.
I mean, like a railing. I mean, like, but just the structure would be made to house.
I want to grab
animal.
some sort of straight piece of metal, like off of a railing or off of the fence, so I can throw it towards the helicopter blades.
Yeah, so you see a railing, but there's a bench right there. You just want to chuck the bench, like a park bench, into it.
Sure.
That
Something
would
to
be
knock it.
way more. I mean, like, yeah. So
Yeah, sure.
okay,
I'll throw a park bench.
No problem. that makes more sense.
I
to
can,
Me.
I mean-
yeah, yes, you can. So for this, we're gonna do like some strength.
Okay.
And God,
Melee, because I have improvised weapons.
yeah, melee. I mean, throwing a park bench. I didn't think I'd be looking at this. Yeah, strength and melee. So you're looking for 2 7s to throw this park bench up to the helicopter, right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what we got.
Nope, I only got
Didn't
one.
make it. Okay, so it sails directly over. I mean, you're able to pick it up and toss it.
Oh, no, wait. I got to... Oh, no, wait, no, never mind.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, fair enough.
No,
Okay.
sorry.
So-
I got excited because I got a 6, and I was like, oh, I could use my 1 to take away my 6 and have 2 7s. But if the 7 is this,
Yeah, right. Looking at Anna's just badass, just moment as a statue, not being affected by the gunshots at all.
Like giving
Like-
Lawrence
I
shit.
used one hand to
Yeah,
throw
right.
the bench, and the
Yeah,
shotgun's
right.
still in the
Yeah,
other
right.
hand.
That's perfect. Yes, I mean, like as you just whip it around, it just creams over it. You know, not really taking a name. Yeah. Anna, what would you like to do?
I want to look for manhole covers.
Go ahead, and roll. I mean, so I'm looking for a this I'll take wits and streetwise.
A 5 and a 9.
That is not going to make it for it. This isn't the normal streets of London. This is like, a private place. So even if you found a manhole cover, you probably wouldn't be able to fit into it because it would be more like a
Sewage
smaller,
runoff.
yeah, exactly. Something smaller that wouldn't be made for city use.
Guys, we got to get back to those vehicles.
I mean, I can't hear that.
Yeah,
But.
right. I mean, you can say that too. Lawrence goes, yeah, vehicles better.
Well, hey, what
Better
about Cerberus
vehicles.
and Oliver and Day and Vol, who are still?
We can bring the trucks in here. They're armored.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't drive, but
Lawrence goes, I drive. This is kind of the thing
Oh,
I do.
right.
Yeah, right. Like
This
let's-
is why we
yeah,
brought
I mean,
you,
Cool.
Lawrence.
That sounds good. Everyone sounds good.
Yes,
I mean,
yep,
like,
yep,
let's,
yep.
And then
let's,
Anna's like,
back to the damn van.
Anna's
I can't believe
"Aw,
I
could've
forgot that
drove."
about Lauren.
Yeah, right. As you say that, Vol appears next to you guys.
Ah!
Yeah, right. I mean, just
He
like,
goes, blah.
yeah.
And then
Uh,
Day is also
as-
should be coming up pretty soon.
Coming
right?
up closely,
Yeah.
tailing up the rim because he got to jump off the thing before you got to the top. So you're about a turn away from being.
Gotcha,
able to
that
meet
makes sense.
them, Yeah. So Volga, so we're leaving. Yes, please. That sounds like a good
We're going
idea.
to get the trucks because they're armored, and then we have to go and get the dog and the little boy.
And Lawrence can drive.
Lawrence is already. He's hightailing.
He's in the car.
Yeah, followed by Vol, leaving the two of you. You are watching at this point from your perspective, Day. You can see them all running towards the front of the building. You don't know that they're getting the truck, but you know that they're fleeing.
I'm gonna, as I'm running past Anna, because I'm gonna run to Lawrence.
Well, you're not going to catch them at this point. They're both all vampires, and you know how celerity is,
Okay.
as far as I know.
I'm running towards Lawrence.
Yeah.
then. I'll catch Lawrence.
Yeah. Well, he's not that.
He's not a vampire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna. So can I get to Lawrence?
Yes, and the time that it takes. So by the time that you guys get to the vans, you can, for Lawrence's speed, yes, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna pop out of obfuscate and be like, "All right, antenna's set up. Where's everybody?"
Well, hi, big hug. You know, like he just.
Did you get shot? Are you okay? I'm like holding him. Are you good?
No. All the blood's still inside.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
good. Keep it that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. So are we? And he thinks for a second. It's like, oh shit, we're not leaving, are we? And you hear a big howl. Ow!
Yeah, we have to go get my dog, Lawrence. And the kid, I guess, but mostly my dog.
Are there keys to this van? Is that what we're doing?
Lawrence could probably hotwire it, can
He's
he?
already in the middle of doing it. I will roll for it. Yeah.
Please tell me it was an nat 20. No?
No, it was an 18.
Yeah, close enough.
Yes, you can use d20s in Vampire. Thank you very much.
Don't at me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we don't have very many dice today.
We homebrew a lot of shit.
Yeah,
All right.
So he takes his fingers spark an orange and then to a green as he puts his finger into it and turns. Car starts.
Whoa, that looks like
Okay.
a fun trick.
I
for
used
you,
to.
Lance.
I need to
a
learn
lot
that
of
one.
cars. This is something that's not even time stuff. Okay, this is just.
Wait, you too?
Yeah. What do you think? I'm
Oh,
sitting
hell
there
yeah, like
fucking
high five,
driving
high five,
as you
hey!
high five in the front.
Shitbags.
Oh my god.
It lurches forward. Very heavy vehicle. This thing is armor plated, armor glassed. So the mobility is not very good, but you can take a lot of bruising. You guys start careening through this zoo, and you see the helicopter. What would anyone like to do?
I'd
before
like to
it's his turn?
lean open. Does it have like a sliding door on the side?
The back end was was essentially crowded off, so all of you are just crammed into this front cab.
This is going to sound absolutely insane, but it completely is predicated upon how high up is this helicopter? I assume it's kind of low because it's shooting at us.
Yeah, I'd say it's like the height of a 2-story building.
I mean, so like if Danika, like let's just say, as I light a cigarette, let's just say you get on top of this van and like I don't know, blink up to the helicopter and take that guy out. Is that something you could do?
I can try.
What's blink? How far is blink?
Anything within 50 meters.
Way to not go American on us. What the fuck is 50?
It's about 150 feet, which is much more than a 2-story building.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Technically.
that's why I asked how high up the helicopter is. So
Technically, yeah.
it's like because Danika likes to surf on top of cars, as we've seen.
I mean, I was just
before.
going to try and shoot it, but yeah, sure, I can get up there. What if there's more than one guy, though? Someone's controlling a gun and someone's driving.
You're strong.
And you have a shotgun.
Oh yeah, take the shotgun with you. We just gotta get. I'm not worried about the pilot. I'm worried about the guy
As
shooting
you guys are
us.
driving.
Okay, fine. All right, yeah, I guess I'll do it. Bye. Then I try to blink up to the top, blink
Okay,
into the helicopter.
So Blink doesn't act like teleport. So show me what this looks like in a blink of an eye for everyone else. So this is a moment, and I think it's an automatic success, right? You just do get that distance.
If you can see
Let
the
me-
point.
let me
yeah,
double
'cause
check.
yeah.
I
open
have to
the
do one
door.
rouse check, and it's Dex plus Athletics with a difficulty of 3.
Yeah, for the people at home, give them a rundown.
The vampire swiftly closes in on a foe, engaging or escaping in the blink of an eye. To an unprepared observer, the user almost appears to teleport, a rush of wind the only sign of their passing. So it's one rouse check, and then it's Dex plus Athletics or as needed. So the vampire moves in a straight line toward a target, covering any distance under 50 meters while still having enough time to perform an action, such as an attack, during the turn.
Okay. So I'm going to make this a...
So I'm going to jump.
Yes, but I'm going to make... So this dexterity and athletics, right?
Yes.
So as you say that...
Okay, bye.
Yeah, right. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Like, you go into your celerity, and it always felt to you like rushing winds. Like when you put your hand out of the car and you can start moving it this way and that way, and the hand goes up and the hand goes down. So you have this perfectly clear moment of everyone's frozen facial features.
It's like what Lawrence does with time.
As you crawl your way out, and for you it's just normal speed, almost slightly slow motion, and you get on top of the front glass of the cab. You take a second and you spring forward and you jump. I'd like you to roll your athletics and say
Dexterity.
for it. No problem.
I'd like to say there's a little dent of 2 feet on the hood of the car.
Yeah,
now.
right. Yeah.
They just appear out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're looking for 2 7s.
2 successes.
There you go.
Danika, you crazy bitch.
Yeah, right. The rest of you in the car just feel it like top heavy. You know, like as if he was endoing. You know, the car. Lawrence even has a like a little moment of the script, and you in slow motion for your perspective launch off the hood of this car.
Oh, please don't make it see like the propellers slowly.
Yeah, right.
Like,
slowly rotating. As Lawrence is driving, you can all in the car on end day feel a little bit of like almost gravity impacting the hood of the car, and you see 2 individual high heel prints kink, kink, click into it. All of a sudden, from your perspective, Danika, you launch yourself off as if it was a springboard, right as the helicopter turns itself to unload its full carriage of guns. You can see the single person shooting down. 1 bullet, poof, it goes into the air, slow motion. Second bullet, poof, goes into the air. You careen through the open 2 sides of the helicopter, taking off the head of the pilot itself, going through the opposite door and landing directly in front of the oncoming new vehicle that you have. I now need to make you have a dexterity and athletics roll to see if you can dodge the car that Lawrence is driving.
Okay, so I just went through the helicopter.
Straight through the helicopter.
Took the guy's head off.
Take the guy's head off, but you've landed in front of the car.
Okay, Dex and athletics. I can always try to stop it with my strength.
You can definitely try. You could also ruin like your new vehicle.
2 successes.
You were able to roll out of the way, but you're no longer in this vehicle. Lawrence in the car goes, okay, where'd she go?
Days just takes a deep drag.
What did you tell her? What did you tell her? What did you tell her? And where the fuck is this dog?
Can I blink back into the van?
If you want to make another rouse check, yeah. It's not 60 feet past you.
Or like on top of it, just thump.
Yeah. No
Back
problem.
into the spot where my heel prints were on the
That's
hood.
fine. That's fine. If you want to make another rouse check.
Yeah. Oh. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
10.
Could have just stopped the car.
Danika, as you jump off, just slicing the head off of this pilot in this perfect movement, almost ballerina-ish. Like a dance for you. And you land and you look back and you see the car coming. You can feel the blood raging inside of you. You can feel how expertly you have done everything up until this moment. I mean, like, what a move. You just jumped through a helicopter. Land, dodged out of the way. You want to be back with your party. Jumping back into your exact spot that you'd like to be in. You plant your sword as any warrior of old would have, and it goes through the car hood, through the engine, into the axle. What you guys see is Danika was here for a second. The helicopter starts to fall, and all of a sudden, your armored vehicle starts to tilt. Ass over tea kettle. Slow motion. Danika being thrown. Day holding Lawrence in his arms. The last moment, your last second of thought, just to hold him, to take the brunt of this impact, all crammed into it. And Anna, you're left with that scream as this vehicle turns and flips. And everything goes silent for a little while for all of you. I'd like you all to make a resolve check.
1-6.
1-6.
1-9.
1-9.
2 successes.
2 successes. Day, you're the first to wake up.
Why am I always the first to wake up after people fuck around?
It's part of you, man.
What's up?
You wake up and Lawrence is in your arms. So Day, your dislocated shoulder protruding. It is definitely not where it needs to be. And you look down at your leg. I mean, the bone's not popping out of the skin.
But it's definitely broken.
It is. A surgeon would take days to make it happen. Can you heal at all, or?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I mean, I've got my blood bag, and I'm a bagger, so I can...
You can absorb some of it, right?
Yeah.
But you got three rolls of aggravated. Sarah, what do we got for aggravated?
So mending aggravated health damage. To mend aggravated damage, a vampire must wait until the next nightfall and make 3 rouse checks in addition to the regular rouse check made when rising. This process removes 1 point of aggravated damage as well as 1 crippling injury or similar impairment. A vampire can only mend 1 point of aggravated damage per night. As with Awakening, if these rouse checks raise the vampire's hunger above hunger 5, they fall into torpor rather than testing for hunger frenzy.
You're able to pin up on your one good leg, and with your arm, thankfully, on the other side, so your left leg is still going and your right arm is still going, but the other 2 points are and you've heard. Looking down to Lawrence is the only kind of solace that you have. Who had the second lowest? You wake up, Danika, and you hear growls. You hear primal growls, animal growls.
Huh, weird.
So Danika.
You go to stand up. Both of your legs are broken. 2 aggravated wounds.
Okay.
Looking around, give me a awareness check and wits. Give me awareness and wits.
I got -1 successes.
You're so thrown off. You feel like you're in the Serengeti. You've hunted with your old sire in the Serengeti, and those growls, those things were part of that. You don't even know where you are. You're so dazed. You were chucked from, not inside of a moving vehicle that just went ass over tea kettle. You got chucked from catapulted into the lion's enclosure. You're not even aware of where you are now. That's the only thing that you can associate the sound. You go to stand up, both legs are broken.
Great.
Anna, what was your call?
I had 1-6
You had 1-6.
out of 2 dice.
That's pretty good.
Right? 50%. I pass. Maybe.
Give me a stamina and you know what? Leadership.
Okay.
There's reasons for it.
2 successes. An 8 and a 9.
You wake up in the car. The car's upside down. You know where you are. You know what happened. I mean, you don't know that she slammed the sword in it, but you know the car flipped.
Mm-hmm.
Day is gone. So is Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Vol's in the car. Unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
You hear gunshots. You know where you are. You go to move. Your wrist is broken.
Mm-hmm.
A grievous wound. On the same arm, your elbow is broken. A grievous wound.
Okay.
You go to move, and the arm just doesn't come with you. Too many joints. Dave, what would you like to do?
Okay, so what did my blood bag do precisely? Did it do anything, or
Have you tried to heal?
I think my plan is, because I'm so fucked up, I want to, because I have 3 hunger, I want to use the blood bag to bring it down to 1,
Okay.
and then wake
You
up
definitely
Lawrence.
can. And wake up. Well, Lawrence isn't tied to your consciousness.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if he looks uninjured, I'm gonna try and
He looks like he would have been pulp without you. Looks like you. That's why you're so hurt.
yeah, I'm trying to just get him, you know,
There's a shaking of the head. There. I mean, like he's not dead. He's breathing.
yeah.
But rousing him would take adrenaline right now. Like a shot of adrenaline to make him rouse. He is unconscious. He's a human. He just survived a outrageous car accident.
All right,
But let's if you want to heal, let's make sure that we get this right.
yeah. Well, I can't really heal anything with the blood bag.
Well, you can use blood to heal.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to use the blood bag so that I'm not hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to feed on Lawrence,
Okay.
but without
Killing him, of course.
hunger. So
Yeah,
there's not
with your humanity, you can. I think that you can handle feeding on your guy without having a rouse check.
yeah, I'm still going to do that
Yeah.
for character.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
in character. Like,
Yeah.
I'm drinking the blood bag so that I'm good.
But
that
you
way.
want the extra boost of actual human, like live human blood is kind of what we're looking at.
Trying to heal to see if I can
Yeah,
heal any
and
injury.
it's been a long time since you've had human blood from the vein, isn't it?
Yeah, this is very wrong for me.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's look up exact rules for how we actually heal. What does it equal? How much can he heal?
It's like 1 grievous wound
Yeah, per night.
per night.
So you get 1.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
I'm gonna try and heal my leg.
as you do this, because you're feeding on Lawrence himself.
and by the way, it's
you-
on his wrist. I'm not doing his
That's
neck.
cool, that's cool.
It's just
You-
like his limp Asian wrists.
All right. So, as you bite into his wrist, focusing on trying to heal that leg, it does pop back into place. You're able to use it, but your shoulder is still complete. That whole arm is completely done.
Yeah.
Lawrence becomes a little bit more pale.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and. I want to look around and see if I can see anybody.
You've been thrown out of the vehicle, and you're in a bunch of bushes, like what would be on the side. It looks like maybe you hit a screen and then fell, like you would have gone much further, but like this whatever cage or enclosure stopped you, it's probably where you broke most of the things that you did and while traveling, and you just fell. As you look up over the bushes, you see a firing line. 6 deep, 6 deep. 2 concentric circles, everyone aiming over each other's shoulder. Knowing security from Vegas, these aren't security guards. These are military. And give me a wits and insight roll.
Insight, awareness, or
It says insight on mine.
is there an insight?
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I never use it. It's 1-9.
You see gleaming on the closest to you a big silver badge. It says Pentex.
Oh, we are fucked.
That was your turn.
Yeah.
Danika, what would you like to do?
Where am I?
You think you're in the Serengeti.
With your legs broken.
Yeah, basically,
Both
you
legs
don't know.
broken.
Yeah, I don't know what I can do.
It's like that episode of I Shouldn't Be
the
Alive.
same
where
way
he
with
crashes
an
the plane.
grievous wound. You can heal an grievous wound.
Just try to crawl my way.
So you're not going to try to heal?
With what?
Blood?
From where?
You can use your... Oh, that's right. You don't have any blood to drink.
No. I could try and eat a cat.
Yeah, right. No.
Do you have those blood bags? From the werewolves?
Nope,
Is
you don't
that
have
empty?
anything. As you're pulling up, you remember the time that you were on the Serengeti with Dante, and how cruel he was. He wasn't hunting to prove anything other than his dominion over bigger beasts. It's like almost having a trip back into the past for you. You can hear the shots, and you remember Dante killing a giraffe with a machine gun,
Jesus Christ.
shooting up his neck from his foot. Every bullet striking, every single shot hitting its mark.
God, I hated that guy.
And something about this feels like maybe you're more like him than you wanted to be. You don't know what this is, but maybe you understand where he was coming from. Maybe this was your fault. Maybe this is how you should feel. Maybe this is how you should act.
I mean, I can't walk.
You can't. You
So,
can crawl.
can I use my blood potency to heal?
You can.
How does that work?
Read it.
Cut above lesser licks, your blood sustains your vampiric existence better than theirs. However, blood not fresh from a human vessel starts to lose its power. When mending damage, you can remove 2 points of superficial damage per rouse check.
So you can do a rouse check, and I will give you...
But it's superficial.
Yeah, but
So-
at least you can stagger on that leg.
You're limping.
What if I do 2 rouse checks?
You have to come back for the next turn.
Okay. So do one, and I can kind of fix a leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, 2 rouse checks makes. Let's see that. 2 rouse checks makes.
1 aggravated damage rate.
Yeah.
Okay. Or lethal, whatever we're calling it. I got a 9 and a 10. So I gain 1 hunger point.
You do.
Okay.
The 10's a beastful. So you, in your anger and understanding where Dante was coming, set your own leg horrifically and start running towards the fray on 1 leg. We'll come back to you. And you hear, which you still think in your knocked out perspective as hunting with Dante as he kills that giraffe. What do you want to do, Anna?
Good question. Can I try to wake Val up?
Yes, you can. How would you like to do that?
Slap him in the face.
Yeah, just want to like.
He just come to and he's contorted. He's, and you look and you see his elbows separated.
Yes, I have one of those as well.
What do you mean? Who would want one of these?
Nobody wants one, but we both have one.
Why?
And it seems that we are in the middle of like a firing range or something. There's lots of bullets.
I don't think I can do that again. I think that I'm okay. Where are we going?
We don't know. I don't have a plan. We're pinned down in the truck.
I'm here.
Just hits of bullets. They're all over the place. Danika had my gun. I don't have a gun. All I have is a whip.
Okay, a whip can be useful.
And a Michi. That's all I have.
He looks around. You guys have careened. You guys, because you stayed in the car essentially, and you've careened down the path. Thankfully, you have a lot of the cover of the bulletproof car, but I mean that's only going to last so long.
Mm-hmm.
You say, okay. So we have a whip. We have. I mean, I've used quite a lot of blood to heal myself, but. Is there anything that you can do? I mean, like, I can leave you. Are you okay? I can.
I mean, my arm is pretty messed up in a couple of spots, and I don't know that I can do any blood magics without my hands working properly. I've got a broken wrist, I think.
He looks at it and like, yes, that appears to be true. I don't want to die here.
I would like to try communicate with kindred, sire.
For the people at home, tell me how that works.
All right. The caster uses the bond between sire and child to open a bridge between minds, allowing the child to create a telepathic link for the purpose of long-distance communication. As with some other rituals, this one sees a resurgence in the nights of whitecaps and electronic surveillance. The caster submerges an object in water. Maybe I can't do it because is there water? Make the ritual roll. And after 15 minutes have passed, a win allows for 10 minutes of two-way silent mental communication. Once 15 more minutes have passed, a critical win. Yeah. Okay, so it's a ritual. So the ritual roll is intelligence plus blood sorcery. Difficulty equals the ritual level plus 1. So the difficulty is going to be...
He's about 20 miles away.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be 3. I'm going to need 3 successes.
Okay, great. Let's see the roll.
Okay.
It's a big roll.
I'm either rolling really well today or not rolling really well.
It's
so
kind of important right now.
let's see how we do.
I do have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but I do
prefer not to TPK after this much time.
5 successes, but I have a 1, so 4 successes.
Which hits it, right?
Yes.
So
I needed 3.
So can you tell me what this ritual looks like as the way that you perform it?
Okay. So Anna always has this little trinket that she keeps like in her. She has a bag that's strapped to her thigh.
Okay.
It's supposed to hold daggers. She never has daggers in it. But she keeps this little trinket that Rasputin gave to her shortly after she saved him from the assassin in the village. It's just like a little piece of metal. Like it might have been like a coin, even ancient at the time when Rasputin gave it to her. It's just a flat piece of metal. It's a semi-precious metal, I guess, so like silver or bronze, I don't know, anyway, doesn't matter. She takes that and she puts that in the liquid that she's using to cast the ritual. And she has to sit down and she has to basically like meditate on a memory of Rasputin. And
Can you tell me what memory you think of?
the memory that she thinks of is the first night that she had, I guess it's considered the beast, under control enough to go out to hunt. Because the first while when you are first turned, you're pretty wild, right?
You get transported back to a moment as you plunge this piece of sharp metal you've kept for a while into the brake fluid that is pooling underneath you. And you remember the coolness of the night. You remember the smell of the evergreen trees. You have a moment of seeing a minstrel play and wanting to feed on him immediately, having a hard time in a ramshackle bar. And Rasputin putting a hand on your shoulder to hold you back, to know that you'll have it eventually, just not right this moment. You can feel that evening of not wanting to see the sunrise, of not fearing the dark anymore, about being part of what it is to be a vampire. And right as you're concentrating to call to Rasputin, you hear that scream again that you heard earlier when you're trying to feed from that individual and take his soul, and you hear this anger, frustration, power jolts you out of it. What would you like to do today?
Well, Day is in quite a pickle, a fickle pickle. I'm gonna go through Lawrence's pockets. I'm trying to find the phone that he had that's connected to the cameras.
You found it. You have it.
I'm trying to see if there's a way to, instead of receiving, to transmit an image to Sprocket.
You just set up a thing, so yeah, this is really fucking great idea. Let's figure this out. All right, it's an intelligence and a science roll.
I ain't got no science. I got 2 intelligence.
I'm gonna add 1 to ghosts of the machine.
Okay. What am I
We
looking
are
for?
looking for 7s.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to use focus.
Bring it down, no problem. That means it makes it down to 6s.
I got 1 6.
Oh, Danika.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
No.
You get out what you think is a chirp, like a ping, but that's as much as you get out. For those that can't
Fucking
hear
hate
that
you,
at
Danika.
home.
I'm so sorry.
I hate you so goddamn much.
I'm
sometimes.
sorry. I did not mean to.
Danika, you are spry on one leg, angry, becoming more and more like your sire as you go. You can see poachers that were coming over to take your thing. There's 4 people in front of you. You're starting to come out of your haze, but you still think that you're still in the Serengeti. What would you like to do?
I think I'd like to use my blood potency again to try and heal my other leg.
No problem.
So that in my mind, I'm going to sprint towards the poachers
No
to
problem.
stop them.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
Okay. So 2 rouse checks.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I got 2 4s.
Nothing happens. You take a very grandiose step forward. What would have been your other leg?
Do I gain 2 hunger from that?
You do.
Fuck me. I'm at 4 hunger.
Yep. Vampire's a hell of a game when it gets down to it, right?
Anyways, what happens?
You fall because you were trying to step with a broken leg. That pure anger, that essence of Dante seeking through you, that you're just too big to be ended. That moment that you had with him telling you, no, let's just go to Italy. That's how you're feeling right now. I, Danika, cannot be finished. I'm too beautiful in movement. As you fall, thankfully, those 2 bullet would have taken you in the head had you not stuttered. but you do come out of your idea of being in the Serengeti. Your vision clears. Your memory comes back. You know what you've done. And you're seeing 4 tactical guys in Pentex outfits coming directly into your area. Anna, what would you like to do?
So I take it my phone call to Rasputin through my brain did not go so well.
All you know is that you had this big scream, and you know that you did the ritual correctly.
But did it work or not?
You've done it before. It's never acted that way before. But when you went to get the internal call, which would normally take 15 minutes, instead of silence, you got a scream. But it was instantaneous.
Well, I won the roll, so it has to work. Rasputin, are you there? I need to talk to you really quickly.
AKA awareness check me.
1 success.
As you haven't done in a long time, you look up to the heavens. Not a thing that Anna, she knows God exists, but she hasn't prayed to God in a long time. You look up and you see what you think is a shooting star, but it seems to be coming closer and closer and closer. This big, large ball of hot, molten heat. The closer it gets, the louder you can hear that scream in your head. Day, make an awareness check.
Give me that awareness. Day's freaking the fuck out. 2 successes.
You move Lawrence out of the way of what would have been a shot that would have taken into his shoulder. As you do that and you roll, you have him on top of you. You look up and you see what looks to be a shooting star coming closer. Danika, make an awareness check.
1 success.
Coming out of your stupor, you remember making a wish on that Serengeti on a shooting star, and your consciousness is fleeting in between those 2 memories. And you look up and you see this big bowl of red hot energy coming towards you.
Oh, it's going to get bigger.
As it lands in between all of this, the sidewalk bends and melts around him. In the center of all 3 of you, that what you can see, stands Rasputin.
Lawrence, he's in this shit. Lawrence
is
smack
out
him on the
cold.
face.
He's
Lawrence,
out cold.
Lawrence, I need you, buddy. I need you right now. I can't do this. I think Rasputin is a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, right. And instead of just the scream that Anna can hear only in her head, all of you experience that scream. Pure, primal, destructive. You've never seen Rasputin do anything. Not once.
I saw him shoot some people one time, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
right. Not once have you guys seen Rasputin when Rasputin decided to make an action. And the very first thing you hear is this earth-shattering scream. And we'll pick up next week. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Vampires and Vitae. You guys really do make our entire adventure completely and utterly worth it. It really is our pleasure. Please check us out on... Oh, God, this is hard to do when I'm leaving our people this distraught.
You want to find us on the Twitters, you want to find us on the Facebook, we're
Make
also
sure
on
to
the Reddit.
we'll do
Whatever you
another
do, just
one.
make sure you at Danika.
Right?
Hey.
Yes. At
Yeah.
Danika for all of the trouble. And then make sure that you leave us 5-star reviews everywhere that you listen to
Sure.
podcasts where you can leave reviews, because that really helps us get exposed to other people, and we love to expose ourselves.
That's
so-
true.
Of course.
Mostly me, but
With the big one, please just take a big bite out of life. Thank you, guys.